It's nearly 6 a.m. and Karsten Hoffmann is off to work. A father of 4 in Hamburg, he was long unemployed, but 6 months ago he got a job as a customer consultant. He only earns €9 an hour, but is grateful for the job.
I want to be a good role model so that my children see it's important to get up early and go to school and don't think they can stay at home because that's what Dad does. We need to prepare them for later.
Karsten Hoffmann was unemployed for 18 months and received benefits. Now he works full-time, but his family only has about €300 a month more. Meanwhile, his wife, Melanie, has made sandwiches for her 3 youngest children. The older one has already left for his training course. Melanie then heads off to her office job. She doesn't earn much and is always rushed, but she wants to work.
I don't want to just sit back and say, okay, I have lots of children, I can't go out to work, and then sit around moaning because the welfare money is so little. I want to at least do what I can to improve my situation.
We move now to Berlin. Winfried Ruschke used to be a bricklayer until he had to have a quadruple heart bypass. Both he and his wife have been unemployed for years. Their car is a leftover from better days.
We couldn't buy another one from our current income. Firstly, you can't get a loan because you're not deemed creditworthy as a welfare recipient. And secondly, I wouldn't be able to pay the installments anyway.
Claudia Ruschke trained in home economics. She hasn't been back to work since having a family. Her 16-year-old daughter Cindy went down with multiple sclerosis last year and doesn't want to be filmed. Her son Max is still at school. His parents' chances of finding work are all but zero.
We do make an effort, but unfortunately we can't get work because our daughter is sick and we have an 11-year-old son. Employers assume we'd have to keep taking days off, so they don't want us.
Claudia Ruschke works a few hours a week as a kitchen assistant. She can keep €160 of her pay. The family then gets €1,700 a month from the state for rent, bills, and food. Winfried Ruschke was offered a job as a forklift operator, but he would only have had €100 more than now, so he turned it down.
If the employer doesn't pay enough, the rest has to be made up by the labor office, up to a limit. I'd just be stuck between the employer and the labor office.
But you would have had a proper job.
Yeah, and more stress.
Back in Hamburg, the Hoffmanns have finished another hard day at work. Now it's fixing the evening meal and helping the children with their homework. They're not complaining, but they do feel it's wrong that they still have only €300 a month more than when they were on welfare.
When you go out to work and come home exhausted and then see the neighbors who've spent the whole day doing nothing, lying on the sofa, but still have as much money as you do, then yes, it does make you feel angry. Of course.
An initiative called the Arche has offered a new hope to the Ruschke family in Berlin. It's aimed at helping children from disadvantaged families. Claudia Ruschke works in the kitchen. Her husband helps out on a voluntary basis. For the benefit of their children, they both want to come off welfare.
I don't want my children to end up on welfare. I want them to learn a trade where they can perhaps be taken on in the job when they finish their training.
Max wants to be a bricklayer like his dad. The family dreams of a better life, like so many others who are without work or in low-income jobs.